Session. I am Judge Joe. Welcome to Not a Real Court. Today I am joined by someone that I hate discussing sports with, Captain Matica. I felt like I stuttered when I just said that.
You definitely did. It's Captain Matica. That's how it should have came out, but thank you.
Captain Matica.
I was sound like Borat.
Captain Matica. Captain Matica.
You and your team are so far in the basement that I'm sure no one actually heard that. So you're good.
I'm actually not in the basement, but moving on. That's minus points to your debate, by the way.
It's already
moving on.
Hope you're not on my side.
We have the real bad guy, Kenny.
Oh
yeah. And then we have Shawn the Dawn. I can never say that fast. I'll have to have
Shawn
you
the Dawn. Shawn
there
2 times DADON.
If you don't say the Shawn, you ain't saying
it right.
I'm pretty sure Joe dropped a dong in there.
Shawn the Dawn.
I might have. I have never dropped a dong in Shawn, though. I can promise that.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
I think I would remember too. But...
Best night of your life.
Happened. It probably when Jamel fucking had me hogtied.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right. So we are going to go ahead and start off with the breakfast food tournament on social media this week. The winner by one vote was cereal. So bacon was in the finals with cereal. Cereal ended up winning.
As it should.
Sounds like the way it should have really ended up.
No, as it should. Captain Crunch and Cinnamon Toast Crunch over everything.
Oh, you just hate your fucking mouth, I guess. That's
nah, because you get that Cinnamon Toast Crunch, then you get that milk.
Burrito one.
It's a terrible mouthfeel. Like, yeah, that's what I want with my milk glitter.
Hey, make it cute. Let's say it's cute.
I was like, glitter. What are you talking about?
Hey,
that makes sense.
That's okay. It's a good excuse though, honey. What's all over you? It's just Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I swear.
Just Cinnamon Toast Crunch, babe. I didn't just.
Hey, if you got brown glitter, that's butt. That's crazy.
Those are dingleberries.
I wasn't brown glitter. It's crazy.
Got some schmagma on your face.
You can't even find that. Like that's crazy.
So I did not know what schmegma meaned, and then I looked it up, and it's how dare you?
You looked at
how dare you
use
pictures
such too?
Word.
No,
yeah, man.
Ew!
Oh my god! They my whole back cringe.
Yeah, so I didn't know what it meant either, and I use that word all the time. And then I found out what it meant, and I was like, "Oh, that's nasty!" Like how much I've been using it.
Yeah, I watch a lot of Adam Sandler movies, and it's in it a lot.
That's
nasty. Like, what's that word?
Oh,
I think they say it in Austin Powers too, where it's just like schmagma.
Schmagma.
Oh, that's nasty.
All right,
how much you sounded like that.
So we're going to go ahead and get into our debate, one that I've been waiting for a while. So would you rather live in a world where comics were never invented, or would you rather live in a world where video games were never invented? So, Matt, we'll start with you. What side are you on?
Listen, I grew up like waiting every Sunday to rip open the paper and look at that Family Circle or the Dilbert all the time, like those were classics. We've got to group those in there. These are all comics.
I do. I was comics. You going with the peanuts? You going with the peanuts?
But at the end of the day,
those are comics.
that was just Sunday. Those were just the Sundays. Every other day of the week, I'm playing video games, and that's what I grew up on. It's where I made a lot of friendships over. It's where I learned a lot of things, a lot more than just that a fat cat likes lasagna. Like you can actually learn things from video games. It's gonna be one of the things I talk about, I think, a little bit during the argument. But no, world without video games, I think that's a world not worth living in. Not my world, not mine.
My man was reading Marmaduke every morning on fucking.
No! Don't talk no shit about Marmaduke. That man,
Marmaduke's crazy.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, and Shawn, what side are you on?
Man, growing up, I wasn't the strongest reader. Whenever they called on me in class, I instantly started sweating. The top of my lip would start glistening. And whenever it was popcorn, I would read 5 words and popcorn to whoever the fuck was closest to me. So, reading was always some source of anxiety until I got hooked on phonics. Thanks, Christy. And after that, I was able to read. But you know what I was always able to do? Work these thumbs. Video games have been a saving grace for me, especially as a veteran who has seen quite a few things in my life that I wish I could forget. I can't forget them, but I can't escape from them sometimes. And video games definitely help me do that. So a world without video games, I fear, would be a world without me. So I'm going to go with video games.
So you'd rather live in a world where comics were never invented then?
Absolutely.
Y'all both said a world without comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you're in a world without video games.
I'm not. I'm not. I said this when we did it. That's crazy. All right.
Well, never mind. And then I'm back on the Marmaduke train. Fuck your video games.
Right.
Marmaduke's
Okay,
the
I was
way
gonna say, I was like,
I thought Shawn was going to be on the comic side, so that threw me off.
Yeah, thank you, Judge, for just assuming on what everyone was going to take.
Damn it, Jake Gyllenhaal all over again. Damn it. Hey, that might be
all right. Fuck it, Matt. You want to be the judge for it?
No, listen, I'm here. I mean, I will be, but I'll argue the comics.
Hey, switch it up.
It'll be terrible.
Hey, Matt, you be the judge for it. I'll be on the side of being in the world where video games never existed.
Let's get it.
Call me Aaron Judge.
I'm definitely on the side of I'd rather live in a world without comics. I mean, because I'm a big fan of Spider-Man. It's like I love anything that's supernatural. So yes, I'm gonna be that. That's just me. I love anything supernatural. I like magic. I like powers. I like people turning to werewolves, vampires. I like all that shit. Now, as sad, I know when we lose comics, there's a lot of video games we're losing too, because you got your Marvel adaptations, you got DC, stuff like that. But there's still some original stuff in there that I can't miss out on. I'm sorry. I can't do it. So yeah, I'll definitely read. I'm sorry. I'll definitely play a video game before reading a comic. Okay. That's my opening statement.
All right. I got that down. Can't read for both of you. All right, Judge Joe, what's your argument for why comics should exist?
Both of them can't read.
I didn't say it. I'm just repeating what I heard.
I know you didn't say it, but you wrote it down.
Now I will say the opposite of what Shawn said. I was the exact opposite. I used to pre-read the paragraph, and then was my time. Like I used to flex on the people that couldn't read. I'm like, yeah. Right. So
I miscommunicating counting the people.
Yeah, especially because I used to have a mean stutter. So I would just be like, "Yep." He said, "Kenny without it's crazy." He knows my heart. That's me. The last 3 days, I got a hacker, and I haven't played in 3 days. Man, it hurts.
Hey, man, I had a stutter and a lisp. I couldn't. It was rough for me.
Oof. I was the one in school.
The lisp was like, damn.
I was the one in school that, like, when they called on me for, I was like, all right, your turn to read. And I'd be like, what page are we on?
What page?
Like, I would never be followed. I'd be like on my tech decks or something. Riding on the skateboards on the textbooks. Oh yeah, dude. Everyone I sat with was playing with tech decks.
That's crazy.
I never had the finger coordination.
Before that, it was the Pokemon toys until those got banned from school.
Yeah, well, I remember those days.
When they banned the Yu-Gi-Oh cards too, because people were fucking dueling and taking the best cards.
Like in the middle of class.
Call me fucking Joey Moto. I was taking everyone's cards.
Joey Moto?
Wow.
Hey, Yugi, what are you fucking doing over here?
About to activate my time wizard.
That's crazy.
That man had 5 cards the entire show. 5.
That's all I need. That's not like me. That's all I need. Just give me 5.
There we go. I took care of that. Since you're not actually Judge Joe, we'll just go ahead and change that name then real quick.
Right, Joey Moto. I love it.
All right. So that's not how you spell it, but so
I'm the judge. Anyway. Welcome to my court, bitch.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you do the tournament. I'm just kidding. I'll do that part. So I would rather live in a game without, or sorry, in a world without video games, because without comics ever being invented, I don't think you ever have manga. I don't think superpowers really start to be a thing. You're going to miss out on all those superheroes. You're going to miss out on all those TV shows, all those movies. If we miss out on all those Marvel TV shows and movies, I think that completely changes the whole cinematic universe as far as like everything goes with CGI and all that shit.
Okay.
You think like CGI would have never existed?
No, I think CGI existed. I just don't think it gets as crazy as it would have after
you also got to remember
superhero shit started.
Even
WWE entrances say differently.
Even before comics, we still had like folklore. We still had people talking about gods. We still have people talking about vampires, witches, shit like that. So we still have that kind of stuff. We just don't have that.
Fact check.
I mean, you can look it up. You can look it up.
Listen, I'm writing things down. You can't expect me to write and type at the same time.
Watch a movie about Rome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, do we add that?
I'm gonna need you to pull up a fucking defendant right now, or whatever.
You want to pull an Egyptian god in here? You want me to pull Tahiti?
I would like to hear their statement.
Listen, grown men killed each other over whether they worshipped a god in the sky with a diaper made of clouds who threw thunderbolts, or his son who was just had intermittent explosive disorder and couldn't fucking hold his anger.
That's what I'm saying. Like we still had that kind of stuff. Like we still had the story of Achilles. We still had these like I said, we still have these vampire stories. We still have people like that.
My Uncle Bubba still believes in the Baba Yaga living in his back fucking woods.
Not Uncle Bubba.
That's his actual name.
Did he just join the comments?
Hey, I got caught off guard.
I didn't say CGI wouldn't have been invented. I'm saying that it wouldn't have been where it is today.
Goddamn. He's like, Shawn, get out there, goddamn.
All he do is goddamn.
That motherfucker, don't go outside in that motherfucking woods. You get motherfucker Baba Yaga snatch your bitch ass up.
He's a bitch ass up.
If you're watching this, Uncle Bub, I'm sorry.
Shout out to Uncle Bubba.
Shuttle went to hook on product.
Spot on impression.
Listen, I had to pet the turtle in speech class, man. We had to pet a turtle, little stuffed turtle.
Goddamn.
Because our stutter was so bad.
I thought that was an innuendo for something. I thought you was like, yeah,
100% thought
I thought you were like, yeah, at my uncle's house, I used to have to pet the turtle. I'm like, hey,
no,
wrong podcast. Wrong podcast. This is not a real court. We're not indicting people.
The first comic came out 1869. Shout out to you, Tom. Thank you for that.
Right. So I mean, like, so kind of like how Shawn just said. I'll put that up there. So, are we getting anime even? Because are we getting manga if there was never any comics?
But that's what I'm saying. We still had those stories, so it just wouldn't be that. They would just be called gods. Because, like I said, like the gods we talked about, and like before in the past, they had these kind of powers.
I understand they had that powers, but if comics were never invented, are we still getting all of those things?
They would just be, like I said, they would just be stories, and it would just be in books. It just wouldn't be drawn out. It'd just be you read it.
So you think that these people would have wrote not fucking millions of chapters of novels for this?
Yes, because they did already.
They're called Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Harry Potter's a thing.
Have you ever read
Harry Potter's a thing?
Yeah, no, I know. I read books all the time, but I'm talking like One Piece. You think that's going to be a fucking novel series?
But that's one thing. There's still stories of superheroes and shit. Like there were stories before that, before comics. There were stories.
No.
I'm like, that stuff was still out here. Like just because we don't have that format, we still had that.
Yeah, we still had a way to get these stories, even if they weren't colorful boom bap pow comic book strips.
Yeah,
but okay, but I guess but what I'm saying is, without that happening, do you think that Superman ever gets invented?
I feel like it would probably, since we didn't have that comic book form, it would probably be in a novel.
So you think someone without being able to put that onto a picture would have just wrote a book about it.
They're going to describe him. They're going to say he's 6'7" with a chest made of. They're going to describe him.
Are they going to become as popular though?
No, it's not. But that wasn't the question. Is they're going to be as popular? The question was, would they exist? And
that'll still be a thing.
You ever read a little story called 50 Shades of Grey?
No, I haven't read 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, it sucks.
Okay, thanks.
You know how many superpowers were in the Bible, nigga? I ain't seen a comic book version of the Bible. Like, I'm just saying.
I mean, I personally have not read the Bible, so no, I don't know how many superpowers.
But I'm saying there's lots of superpowers in the Bible, and I feel like that I've never seen a comic book version of it. And we saw and heard.
Literally raised a man from the dead. Like, that's a big power.
That's what I'm saying. These are all powers. One person put his staff to the ground. He put his staff to the ground, and the Red Sea split for him. Locust, like all these powers were coming.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go in attack mode now. I'm done playing defense.
I was gonna say,
oh God, because you were getting ripped apart here. I was about to make the decision.
It wasn't a good argument.
Okay, ready for this? Let's talk about how we stopped fucking going and hanging out with friends in person.
Okay.
Over fucking video games.
Okay. So I will say personal interaction is fucking overrated. I've met some of the best people that I've met not in person. And I've had friendships be built and last from things like Facebook, interaction online, gaming. And I'm still friends with these people, even though I've never been like in their presence. I still have a connection with these folks. And even I feel like it's even better because you don't have the pretenses of physically meeting somebody. So if I came into a room, right, and this is just what I've been told, not everybody can subscribe to this, but if I come into a room, just the way that I dress, my size, my appearance, I don't come off as being very like approachable. No, but now when I walk into a room, people don't usually like talk to me. Online, all you hear is my voice. You get jokes, you get whatever, and then we can bond over a mutual thing that we're already playing. So you get the pretenses of physical appearance, being around people, social anxiety, all that's taken out. And all you have is what you're doing and how you feel. And that type of interaction is still very valid. And in some cases, for some people, especially in today's society with the mental health issues that have arisen, things like that, it might even be more preferable than personal interaction.
God damn it, the doctors hit me with the fucking mental health shit now.
And Joe, you would be quicker to get with your friends to play video games than you would to read a comic book together. I'm just saying, you would have bring the friends aspect into it. You're not going to be like, hey, let's go read this comic book together. That's not really a thing.
There was a lot of people that got together to read comic books.
There was a time where reading comic books together.
Hey, let's go right now. Let's go read comic books together over. Let's play Madden or let's play Fight Night. Let's do this over that. No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because that's my side of the argument.
No, because now you're about that, and we were going. Yeah, exactly. You're fucking arguing. You are arguing. I'm getting together with my boys and reading comic books. We're having a good ass time. No one's getting mad at each other.
Yo, Dakota, like,
you want to know what else? You want to know what else?
Hey, taking turns reading.
Bro,
let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about how much money I save reading comics. Let's talk about how much money I save reading comics compared to how much money you guys are paying for the games, the subscription, the pass to play online, the internet to be able to play online, waiting forever for it to download instead of me just grabbing my book and fucking, I'm ready to read. Instead, you're like, here, let me slip my disc in and wait 3 hours to be able to play.
So one thing I can say about that is, if anything, it's a driving force for me to make more money. So I'm able to afford being able to do those things because that's something I enjoy. Therefore, I will build my life around being able to indulge in my hobbies. So in order for me to indulge in my hobbies, I also have the motivation to have the fiscal backing to be able to participate in such hobbies. So if I'm into video games, I make enough money for me to buy and play video games. Everything that's needed around it, I'm motivated to go out, earn and be able to use in order to indulge in my hobby. So if anything, me having that type of or video gaming having that type of expense to it, which is a valid point. It is an expensive hobby at times. However, it being an expensive hobby drives me to make more money in order to indulge in it. So it's a motivator on the back end for me to do better in certain areas in order for me to do my hobby.
And does your book have DLC? I bet not.
Yeah, it does. It's called the new fucking comic issue,
It's called a
dumbass.
new chapter.
bet not.
And that, hey, you want to talk about the lowest price? I've seen comics 5 cents. I've seen comics 10 cents. I've seen them come out in the penny saver. How many free video games you get?
I get free video games every month on the PS Plus.
Do you? How much does the PS Plus cost?
It's not free.
It's not free. I'll give you that.
Oh, so those aren't free games.
It is a subscription. I will give you that.
So it is a subscription. Okay.
However, I will say, you could go and buy whatever 15, 16 comics, and you can sit and read all those things. However, I can buy one video game and be occupied for weeks, whereas you could read 10 comics in a few hours and have to go back and buy more. So therefore, I can sit and I said I can go through buy one game, say like Elden Ring. I've dropped 247 hours into Elden Ring. I would more than likely have to buy upwards of 50 and more comics in order to occupy that same space that one game gave me.
You know what I did with that 247 hours? I spent an hour reading my comic books. I spent 30 minutes getting back from the comic book shop. And I spent the rest of that time going outside and exploring the world, the real world, not the Elden Ring.
And that's cool if that's what you enjoy. However, what I enjoy is playing video games. So that's what I did with my 247
Nah, fuck that. They shouldn't exist. Ever.
I was going to say,
I do want to throw a challenge real quick.
You got to read that same comic over and over again?
Real quick.
I will read that same comic.
Just think back on last week and how it takes you an hour and a half to get to a concert. What comic book store is within a half hour of your location? Let me Google that to make sure that that's legit.
Yeah, sure. The one in Olean.
The one in Olean.
Yeah, look up comic books Olean.
That's hilarious.
Oh, there is. Is it Grand Slam Games?
It is. They also sell Magic cards there, in case you're wondering.
Oh,
they don't sell Pokemon cards though. They do sell Warhammer stuff.
I like Warhammer.
Here from Bumfuckville,
War Games,
New York.
War Games.
War Games.
I do enjoy Warhammer. It's a good series.
All right, I have to give it to him. It says 28 minutes. I will allow it. I'll allow the argument to stand.
2 minutes just there.
I'll allow it to stand.
That 1 minute to get in my car, the 1 minute to get out, because you can park right on the sidewalk, and there's no one ever in front of it. And also, there's a weed shop inside the comic book store too.
Talk your shit.
Hey, whoa,
You can smoke the marijuana.
Hey, just because you're the judge doesn't mean you're the cop.
People. That's how we teach people here.
No, you ain't the cop. You're the judge.
Dare shirt. Let's be honest. We all let the
dare shirt came out of nowhere.
Down.
Not me. Team Straight Edge over here.
Team Straight Edge. You never sipped a beer?
Hey, I'm sick of these people.
Never done it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Quit looking at my background during this argument, asshole.
Fucking nerd.
I wasn't ready for that.
All right. Back to me reading comic books.
I really like if you
what to do. But you better switch that background in too.
Oh no, I'm not switching the background.
Oh, okay. I thought you brought the green screen down so you can change that background up.
So here's one of my arguments for video games. So video games is the reason Kenny knows who I am, which then inevitably brought me to you, Joe, which then inevitably brought me to you, Matt. So video games is the whole reason that we're even sitting here right now, having this conversation, having this debate. I wouldn't even be in your circle of friends if it wasn't for a friend of Kenny playing video games with me for over 5 years before me and him even met, and then introducing me to Kenny, then me and Kenny playing video games and speaking over video games, and then him thinking I'm cool enough to introduce to the rest of his friends, and then now all you motherfuckers know who I am.
So he's not that bad.
By bringing me in to these different circles, and it all started with me doing beep on a video game.
Nothing worse than that beep sound. Your girlfriend's halfway asleep.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So
you know what? You can't wake up a wife by flipping open a book.
No, you can. It's just
oh my god!
In them comic books,
I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
But they do have a feature now where you can turn that beep sound off.
They do.
They do have the feature now. Because
yeah,
I definitely have that on. I definitely have that beep sound turned off.
Does it turn that screen off?
Tell me more.
On the PS5.
Bright as fuck.
I swear the wife wakes up every time. Hey, I was watching that. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You've been asleep for 20 minutes. Get out of here.
You're
Hear me out. Does a comic book have this noise? She's still waking up.
Okay.
He's still waking up.
I will give you that, Joe. That's the one thing I hate. I hate having to. I hate doing that. I feel like I'm killing my controller. I hate doing that so much.
I mean,
I don't gotta replace my fucking controllers for my comic books.
I will say that the carpal tunnel and the damage that my hands have sustained from years.
Oh, thank you for that argument.
From
carpal
years of
tunnel.
Gaming, I have to give you something, man.
He said you got to give you a fight.
What am I getting besides a fucking paper cut?
I mean,
I know one of my friends broke his leg playing Call of Duty. You can get severely injured playing video games.
That's kind of wild, and I think that's an issue with your friend.
Yeah, that's him. You can't blame everybody else. That's user error.
No, that's everybody else.
So, like
VR, you're breaking shit around the house. Goddamn video games.
I thought you have don't you have a thing that scan you don't supposed to be like in an empty area? Like
yeah, it's not gonna bounce you back. It's not a safety net.
Why are you like behind your couch just doing random shit?
Some people are.
Some people get lost in that. But so video games. I'm only speaking from my point of view, but I know a lot of people can understand and empathize with what I'm saying. I remember, as a kid being a little odd, right? Like, because back in the day, I didn't have like brothers and sisters growing up. So interpersonal interaction with other kids was always hard for me. I was into, cartoons. Yeah. Like I was into things like, anime when it wasn't cool. I was into, things like cartoons and things like that. I had a speech impediment. All these different things were always against me socially, but I do remember being in my mom's floor looking up at the TV and getting that commercial for Kingdom Hearts and watching the "When you walk away you won't hear me say," and watching fucking Mickey Mouse and Goofy and Donald fucking headbutt shadows and some kid with goofy ass clown shoes with a key running through and fighting with Hercules and just being enthralled. And I remember begging my mom for this game and she got it for me. And for those few hours that I was sitting playing, the social interaction didn't matter. Me feeling weird didn't matter. Me feeling like I didn't have anybody to interact with didn't matter. I had something to occupy my mind and my time and make me not feel odd or different or left out because I had this game. And through that, it also taught me how to interact with other people, having people help me with video games, having something to talk about with the other kids when I went back to school. Like, hey, did you see this? Or did you get this item in this level? And, oh yeah, dude, I got this in this level. Did you get that? No, I'm gonna go home and try that out. And through the medium of video games, it gave me a reason to relate to other kids. And it gave me a reason to, hey, can I come over your house and play this game? Yeah, dude, you can come over and play the game. Yeah, I just got it last week. Or, oh, my mom's taking us to Blockbuster. Come on over. We'll play this game and play blah, 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 blah. And it gave me an in when I didn't have one previously. So video games bring people together when done correctly.
Gas money.
Gas money, that's what you go with. No, here's the thing about that, though. Like, just to piggyback on that, there is no better feeling you did your chores. You did your chores, and you're getting good grades, and your mom's like, "Hey, you know what you deserve this week? A trip to Blockbuster. You pick any game you want to rent," and you're like, "Oh no!" You're in the store like, "Yes!" You like looking through the games.
You get one, and you're like, "Oh, I don't know if I can get this one or I can get this one." She's like, "You know what? Get both."
It was like, get both. You're like, "Yes!" When I tell you, when I had the game SmackDown, shut your mouth.
Boy,
the hours I put into that game. Oh,
Shocker.
Sun up to sundown, eyes red, playing the story mode.
Afraid to go to sleep.
I did not go to sleep.
Trying to tell
my mom's like, "You still up?"
Still awake to this day.
He's still awake. I never went to sleep.
That's why he got insomnia.
All right.
Never know.
I feel like as a judge, I need to start trying to put an end to this massacre. But still,
please.
I think we have to go. Through the final arguments. So, Joey, I'll give you the final word. We'll give you at least a shot here. Let you get the last word in. But Kenny, let's go with you first. Final words.
I can't fucking argue against Shawn. This is bullshit.
Final words.
Debate team cap. I was
debate team cap.
I was about to say final words. You got to take out disc 1 and put in disc 2 for it. Shout out to them old school games. You had to use 2 discs.
I was about to say, I didn't have to use 2 books, but yeah.
John, closing argument.
100.
Closing argument for me. I think with all the different mediums that we have, there's no better way to experience a story than to personally interact with it, to create your own story, to mold it by your actions and your decisions, to feel for an hour or 2 or 3 that you're Kratos, that you're Cloud, that you're Link, that you're whoever that you decide to play.
Stop reading off my list for the second half of this show, Christ.
I'm so sorry, but to feel like you are these people for an hour, for 2, to feel like you're special, that you're super, that you're the chosen one. There's no better way to interact with any medium than video games. And I can read it. I can put their own voices to my head. I can do whatever, but that's a predetermined story. Video games give you an opportunity to write and make your own.
They also give you an opportunity to get stuck in a fucking game.
He's not gonna get stuck in a comic. Hey Joe, I do got one more thing though.
You get stuck on a word. You gotta skip past it. You get stuck on a part in a video game. You're fucked.
Joe, I have a funny story about that, but I'll wait.
Joe, I'm gonna say this: which one made you cry more? One of your comics or Walking Dead? Because I know the answer.
You know what, Kenny?
Your body and the bodies you're loving deserve nothing but the best. Organic Lovin' is the only adult subscription box that includes eco-friendly body products, from body-safe adult toys to sex-positive books and erotic seminars. Organic Lovin's online store has everything you and your partner or partners could ever need to heat things up. And right now, your friends at T13 Media want to take 10% off of your next order. Just go to organiclovin.com and use promo code T1, THREE, like the sound the bed makes, when you check out. Organic Lovin'. Love organically, purely, deeply, boldly.
Yeah, that was horny.
Yes, same.
So can I tell my little funny story real quick?
Oh, yeah, yes, please.
All right, so funny story about when I first got Kingdom Hearts, the first one. I think I was like 9 or 10. I was very young when that was coming out. But as I was telling you guys, I had a reading issue, and I couldn't really read that well. So in the very first level, you beat like the little enemy, the boss, and then there's this door that appears. So if you know about Kingdom Hearts, you have to go through a menu and select what you need to use, attack, items, whatever. And I went up to this door, and in the menu, it said examine, but I didn't know what the word examine meant. So I was looking at it, and I was like, what the fuck is examine? And and I was like, what the fuck is examine? So I'm like, oh, I'm trying to use logic. I'm like, I have a giant key in my hand. This is a door. Let me attack the door and the key will open it, and it wouldn't do it. And so I get frustrated and I go
Examine it.
downstairs and I ask my Uncle Cornell, who's probably like 32, 33 at this point, and I'm like, hey, can you help me with this game? And he comes upstairs and
Pong, what the fuck is this?
he's looking at it. He's looking at it. He's like, oh, okay. I see. All right, you got a key in your hand. So the key got to open the door. Why would you have a giant key if it don't open the door? And he goes through the menu and he's like, what the fuck is Examine?
No.
He didn't know how to read it either.
The blind leading the blind here.
And I put the game down for a week until I went to school, and examine was one of the words that we learned in vocab. And I finally learned what it meant and went back and was able to play the game.
I thought you were going to say you went to your Aunt Helen Keller next.
I must say, I definitely learned a couple words like that through video games. So when my dad be like, video games don't teach you nothing. Like, I definitely learned the word data because of Metal Gear Solid. Yeah. I definitely learned random words like that. Okay.
This is disgusting. I think I've talked about this before. The one word that I've learned from video games was rim jobs.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
crazy. Oh no, I remember you told me that.
from Saints Row. For those of you who have not heard it,
okay.
I don't remember. I think this might have been on Geek in the Sheets, like an old one. But on Saints Row, I was playing at my grandma's house. My cousins were laughing their asses off because I was customizing my car, and I'm like, "What the fuck's so funny?" They're like, "Rim jobs," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's the name of the place." And he's like, "Go ask Grandma what it is." I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "Grandma, what's a rim job?" Where the fuck did you learn that word?
Now, I don't know where Grandma learned rim jobs from, though.
Yeah, I was
Grandpa was eating her ass.
Now I will say this: that was one of those ones I did not learn until I was a grown man. I had never heard of a rim job before until I was like 24, 25. What y'all doing out here in these streets? Y'all having rim jobs? What y'all doing?
This was Saints 2 release at Blockbuster.
I remember being on there, but I didn't know what it was. I was cool just like you were.
I learned it from Soulman with Bernie Mac when he was like, come through, get a full body car cleaning. We do hoods, trunks, and everything. We even clean rims. Come and get your rim job. Come get your rim job.
That's a good one.
I didn't know what a rim job was either. I was definitely Examine too. I was definitely Examine. All you need to do is hit the lock with the key.
That goddamn Examine.
Examine that Pokemon Examine.
All right, so final judgment on this. This was a close one. This is a close one. First, Shawn, I just want to say thank you. It's a good thing you saved that story for after, because that was actually one of my first points. Was the stressing you guys had about the not being able to read. I don't know any video game that I've played where you don't have to read. Oh, that's not Tetris or something. Like Joe, you definitely missed the boat on that one. I would have attacked that immediately.
I learned how to read from video games. So.
I was gonna say there's a couple things I learned from that.
I feel like a lot of people
inventory. I definitely learned inventory from video games.
The next one was just the idea that superpowers were not going to be a thing if comics didn't exist. That I think what the guys were talking about. Your first thing was that there's a god with all these powers. You're definitely going to have, whether it be through movies or something else without comics. He
wasn't embedded until 1905. Comics were before that.
But the biggest problem that you had was that the example you brought up was Superman. Way to use the most vanilla example. Do you think they'll ever come up with an idea of a guy who's really fast, who just can't get killed, who's made of steel like that? Yeah, that idea is so far-fetched that somebody ain't just going to come up with that on their own without a comic.
Hey, you better quit grilling me. You better quit grilling me because I am not prepared to do these tournaments.
No. So the last one, no. Look how it is when it's shoes on the other foot, buddy. But the last thing I want to point out is that your whole argument was virtually like you read off your notes of my argument on why playing board games is better than video games, and you voted against it. So, sir, video games wins this one.
Yes.
Go away with comic books.
To Castle World! To Castle World!
All right, I'm taking my gavel back. Get back in your fucking seat. All right. So, before we move into the next topic, so next week we have Kaon, also from Geek in the Sheets, and we are going to be doing a tournament of the best Spider-Man villains, and then we are also going to be doing would you rather fight a sixth grader every time you walk outside or fight a kangaroo once a year?
I'm fucking them kids up.
I'm fucking kids up.
Fuck them kids, I sure. Yeah, can you make sure that he's gonna be on Kangaroo side before he comes here? Because I don't want to have another mishap again.
Yeah, I'm not doing this again. I did my fucking 150 episodes of debating.
Kaon's pride wouldn't let him not fight.
And whoever said I finally stepped up to the plate, I was debating for fucking 4 years before I got this job. Okay.
Not since I've been here. This is a new age. We're talking about the new era.
All right. Yeah, I guess.
You never seen somebody like me in these motherfuckers.
Post ESPN.
You said
All
GG's.
So our next topic is going to be 2 separate tournaments. So it's going to be 2 brackets, 1 video games, 1 superheroes. And at the end of it, it's going to be the video game character against superhero.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, that's not how it was explained to me, and I do have a lot on one side and not a lot on the other side. So we'll see how this goes.
Well, for time, we're only doing 8 on 8 on each. So
He said, Kaon is, would you rather show about Godzilla or King Kong?
He's going to say King Kong. That's
I
his
can see
cousin.
that. They look,
That's
I was
his
they look alike. I was about to say they look alike.
all right. So for the well, which one do you guys want to do first? Do you have preference?
Kaon's just a Ninja Turtle that never got out the sludge.
Like before they got the little headband thing. Before they got
He just lived
Oh,
a
that's
normal life.
nasty. That's
same head and all.
without the pizza.
I'm sorry. What was the question, Joe?
Do you want to start with superheroes or do you want to do video games first?
We can start with superheroes.
All right. So Shawn, first. So this will be shuffled. But what is your first pick for superhero? And this is not a fight to the death, by the way. This is just like your preference when we're coming to voting.
Okay.
Those are my favorites then.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Green Lantern.
All right, Kenny.
Well, that's one of my favorites. So I'm gonna go with Spider-Man.
Okay. John Cena. He not participating today. Okay. Matt. Hey, Kenny. What if that John Cena sign had a camera in it, and that's who's hacking you?
I'd break everything in this house.
Oh, that'd be fucking insane.
That'd be crazy. Like it was like it was
you can't see the camera.
No, remember dodgeball?
Yes.
So we're better than you, and we know it.
We know it.
We know it. We're better than you.
Matt, who you picking?
Razor.
Like I said, I'm gonna go with person who should have won an earlier debate, Deadpool.
All right.
Almost choked. He said Blazer.
Blade.
He said Michelle.
Razor. Blazer.
Shawn.
I'm gonna go with Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Kenny.
I'm Batman.
I am the darkness.
Are we considering Deadpool a superhero? What we considering him?
He's already there.
He's already there.
I didn't even hear Deadpool. Okay, so can't use him then. Can't use him then. Let's go with Wolverine.
All right.
Because literally all my favorite superheroes are in there besides one.
I'm gonna go with Invincible for mine here.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That is a good one. All right. Shawn, I'm going to let you pick an extra one, and then I'm going to throw one in.
Cool. I am going to go with give me Iron Man.
I'm Iron Man.
All right. I'm doing Homelander.
The greatest superhero to ever do it. I'll argue it.
I was ready for this one to throw in one above all, just to say fuck everybody, and we're just gonna make that one win. But
yeah.
I decided not to.
Oh, we get enough of those on Geek in the Sheets.
All right.
Yeah.
The one that I didn't put in here though, that one of my buddies recommended was, and I feel like I need to go look into it, is The Last Ronin. Have you guys seen that at all?
Yeah.
He showed me some pictures, talked to me about it. I'm a big
Last Ronin
as it was. I'm definitely gonna have to go check that out after this.
No, tap into that. It's a beautiful story. Great,
All right.
great.
And it's got the GOAT Ninja Turtle too.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say, yeah, well, that's my favorite one.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where did that start? Was it comic?
Debate's over. You lost. Let's go.
Yeah, I can
All
shout
right.
out comics now. I already got my pick.
Yeah. Also, do you know how hard it is fucking arguing against video games when I'm fucking covered in video game tattoos?
I was gonna say, like, I knew this was hard for you.
All right.
Somebody had to do it.
Wolverine versus Invincible. Shawn.
I'm gonna go with Wolverine.
All right.
Invincible
Kenny?
be getting his ass kicked.
I was just about to say I'm going Wolverine because Invincible lose too much for me.
Yeah, man.
When I saw that man beat his chest in, that half man, half
That
tiger,
show is
whatever,
phenomenal though.
Battle Beast.
it's a great show. It's a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it his love because this kid, look, that's just a teenager, and he's got a lot of room to grow, and Wolverine dies. So
Oh yeah, adult Invincible. I'd give it to adult Invincible, but the one that we know.
All right. Green Lantern versus Deadpool. Matt.
considering one of them, it's the same actor, and one of them makes fun of the other for how terrible it is, I have to go Deadpool.
Damn, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I didn't make that connection. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh,
Wait your fucking turn.
my bad.
I'm going Deadpool as well. As much as I love Green Lantern, especially the black version, I'm going Deadpool.
Wouldn't that be Black Lantern?
Damn
It's gone.
Yeah, have you seen that Key and Peele sketch? He's like, Black Falcon. My Falcon is green. Don't talk back, Black Falcon. I'm gonna go with Deadpool because it's what Deadpool does. He figures out people's weaknesses and then kills them.
Right.
And isn't Green Lanterns like wood? No, like dead.
I honestly don't even know.
I never knew his weakness. That's the funny thing. I never knew.
Like that's not even a joke. I'm pretty sure it's wood.
That's wild. You can literally create any weapon you want in your hands, and you're like,
Wait,
wood.
for who's?
Motherfucker hit you with a bat and it's over.
Hey, if Green Lantern can get Green Lantern,
I thought Green Lanterns was the color yellow.
Yeah. Okay. It used to be wood. Somebody fact check that for me, please.
listen. If it's wood, we have we actually sell mechanisms to help you protect yourself from Green Lantern. I'm not gonna play that. All right. So we got Iron Man versus Homelander. Kenny.
Homelander, the greatest superhero to ever do it.
Shawn.
I'm gonna give it to Homelander, especially if Iron Man doesn't have time to prep for him.
Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the same one. I like that argument. Homelander.
Yeah.
Battle of the Men. Spider-Man versus Batman. Matt.
I'll argue that one too. I hate.
No, it's definitely Spider-Man. I'm not making a good argument for Batman, although they both have dead parents, so they got that in common for them.
Batman's not a superhero. All right.
Say
Kenny.
Martha.
Definitely Spider-Man. Fuck Batman.
Shawn.
Yeah, if Spider-Man's not playing around, it's Spider-Man.
All right.
So it is the color yellow and it is wood. I'm just.
I knew it was too weird and too specific to not be. I knew that was a thing. I knew it was wood.
Nigga,
That's
hard
crazy.
behind-
A pear tree would fuck him up.
Somebody's hard behind him. Like, wait, is that wood? What is that?
God damn it. Ugh.
Don't even need the partridge.
All right. Now we got the upcoming movie coming out in July, Wolverine versus Deadpool. Shawn.
I'm gonna give it to Deadpool still.
Kenny.
Deadpool.
Matt.
Fuck yeah, we're to right the wrong of a previous episode. It's Deadpool.
That is crazy. All right. Homelander versus Spider-Man. Matt.
This is hard, actually.
No, this is gonna be a tough one. I can see Kenny too. He's like, fuck.
Oh no, I got my answer.
It's stuck in my head what Shawn just said about if Spider-Man's not fucking around. I think it's tough. So I'm gonna go Spider-Man here.
Yeah, if he's not fucking around, it's kind of crazy.
Kenny.
I'm also going to Spider-Man is my number one. That's my number one. Deadpool's my number two. So it's like, well.
Hey, you just said Homelander was best.
He is the greatest superhero to ever do it. But yeah, I still this is my favorite ever. Going preference. This is my favorite ever.
Shawn.
I think Spider-Man just has more, and he's more experienced with like fighting and combat. Homelander wins because nobody can fuck with him, but when he comes up against somebody who can, he loses. So I'm gonna go with Spider-Man. Soon as Homelander met somebody who could run hands with him, he lost.
And the good
It's
and the good
crazy
thing
how
about
many
Spider-Man
sweeps
is
he
he
had.
has a more relatable story. He's like, man, I'm broke. I'm trying to get this money out here. Homelander, if we're gonna be real, the comic version of the boys is ass.
It's crazy.
Like,
It's
never
crazy
read
how
that
bad it is. It's just smut. Like it's barely even a story.
yeah, it's ass. The TV show version is fire, but
Still an
that's-
enjoyable read if you just want to turn your brain off, though.
he's
Yeah,
like, oh
if,
shit.
if comics are around. Deadpool versus Spider-Man. Shawn.
Deadpool.
Kenny.
Spider-Man.
Matt. Tiebreaker.
I can't. It's hard to argue against somebody who can't really get killed.
Yep.
Deadpool really can't get killed. I have to go Deadpool on this.
He's a cheat code.
I'm not mad at it. Like I said, my top 10, so I ain't mad at it.
Deadpool killed the writers of his own book.
I was about to say he really did.
He fell in love with Lady Death.
Yeah.
Like, how do you?
Deadpool realized that he was in a comic, got out of the comic, and killed the writers of his comic.
You sound
Pretty
all right.
insane.
So Deadpool was the winner of the superhero bracket. Now to do the video game one. Shawn, what is your first video game character you'd like in here?
Kratos.
Oh shit.
Kenny?
It's a good first pick.
That is a good first pick.
2006 Michael Vick.
I'm about to say, can I pick him?
Yeah, you can.
I
Okay.
actually,
NBA Volume 2.
You know,
I
I'm picking
actually
him.
I have Bo Jackson on my list.
I'm picking Isaac Frost from Fight Night Champion.
God damn it.
Nobody beats Isaac Frost.
Matt?
D-Mob from Def Jam.
I know you said this isn't actually like a
Shit, not
fight,
D-Mob.
but if there is one person, and I think it falls into this category still, but if there's one person who can defeat Kratos in an actual battle, it's Goku.
Okay, I know who can beat Goku though.
Well, then do I have to preface? Is this regular Goku, or did I get all forms of Goku? Because I'll put
You
Yeah,
get
all forms of
Ultra
Goku. He's still ain't
Instinct
beating this
Goku, and then
person.
you ain't
I'm about
losing.
to say. He's still not beating the person I'm about to say.
Shawn?
Yeah, it's Kenny, ain't it?
Yeah, I thought it was going back to me.
No.
Looping back around.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it's Snake. I'm sorry. Kenny, yeah, it's you.
Yeah,
Mistake, then I go.
Wait, no, yeah, you guys are confusing the fuck out of me. Matt, go. God damn it. I hate you guys.
My next one. I'm
Threw me
taking
off making me fucking argue today.
Didn't
I'm
Matt say
taking
Goku?
I'm taking the killer of all killers, Ezio Autadori.
Ezio Alligatore.
All right.
I know who can beat both of them.
Yeah,
I'm an Italian.
Fat Joe from Def Jam Fight for New York.
Joey Crack.
Joey Crack. Joey Crack was unstoppable in that cage.
I broke so many controllers
Bruh.
trying to beat him.
The only person that made me damn near on the verge of tears was Jinpachi from Tekken. I think it was Tekken 5.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I can like feel myself getting mad playing that game.
Hey, hear me out. This is random. If anyone ever called you a celebrity's name, would you be happy about it?
They mistook me for a celebrity.
Depends. It
Yeah, like
depends.
if they said that you were like, oh my god, you're Jaylen Brown.
No, because usually
was
I'm not gonna lie to you,
racist,
usually
though.
when people
Jesus
do it, it's
Christ.
usually racist. It's usually for black people, it's usually racist.
I mean,
Bernie
I
Mac,
wore-
oh my god,
Listen,
I look
no,
nothing like Bernie
okay.
Mac.
I went to the one of the first dates I went on with my wife was actually to a wedding, and I showed up and there was a guy straight that like just did one of these like looking behind himself a couple of times. What the hell's wrong with this dude? We're walking out, and he legitimately walks up to me. He's like, "You Conor McGregor?" Like, I'm not fucking Conor McGregor, bro. That's not even close. Are you kidding me?
Conor McGregor.
You should have just turned
Rip
around.
off
He's
the
like, oh,
chest tattoo.
he's like,
Get
hey,
the fuck
hey,
out my
you-
face.
You get the fuck out of my face. Just here trying to enjoy a wedding. You don't know by asking me all these questions. I'll fucking punch you in the mouth. You'll do nothing.
That's the last thing I can do. I still very, very much remember spring break I think it was like junior year of college. We went down to Cancun, and I thought that like, you know what chicks dig? Irish dudes. So I'm like, I went into like this one bar thinking I'm gonna play this off like I'm from Ireland or something.
Hey, I'm
And
Seamus.
Sure as
I'm magically delicious.
yes. Sure as
Magically
shit, I'm
delicious.
talking to some chick, and she's like full perfect accent, like I'm from Ireland. Like, where are you from? And I'm just like, Dublin.
Dublin.
Rolling
I'm
in
from
Dublin.
Dublin.
Dublin. It was terrible. My friends make fun of me for how awful my Irish accent is. It's not good.
You sound
Hey,
like King
people.
Booker.
I grew up. People were always mistaking me for fucking Fat Joe. I didn't get it, but
Nah, they were just calling you Fat
They
Joe
were just
because
calling-
they were just calling you Fat Joe because you look nothing like Fat Joe.
I was wearing overalls and a white t-shirt with a hat, and people thought I was Chance the Rapper. So
I
don't know
can
who
see
that
it.
is.
I can see it.
yeah,
I can definitely see it.
People
I
thought I
hate
was
the ones
Chance
I
the
can
Rapper.
compare it to. I'm like, I look nothing like that, man.
yeah. I get it. I look like if Chance the Rapper and Neo fucked.
I can see Neo.
Yeah. I get that a lot.
I can see you being so sick of feeling blue. I can see you.
Hey, fuck you, Kenny. My video game character is Link.
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm actually real quick. I'm actually kind of mad at myself here, but not at the same time because I like my picks. But as having children named Link and Logan, I had them both on my list. Like, well, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pick my kids' names. No, but thank you guys for taking them.
I got you guys.
I mean, you had Link this time. You had Logan last time, so that's all good. No, last time.
no, yeah, Wolverine.
We'll see Wolverine. So we're all
It's
good.
Wolverine.
All right, Sean. What I'm gonna give you the additional one.
I'm the
Okay,
Juggernaut.
real quick, before you take the additional one, can I throw out one option? Because I feel like especially on both sides, we did not respect the ladies at all. We did not respect the ladies at all. And for me, there was always one video game woman that was better than all the rest. Laura Croft was
Triangle titties.
something else for me.
I was about to say them cone titties.
Let's give Laura some love here. Let's get the ladies in the tournament.
I'll pick Laura Croft. That's fine.
The newer Laura Croft games are definitely.
But Miss Pac-Man swallows. So
Ew.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
he said, "Ew."
Okay. Well, not spoiler.
Ew,
I
brother,
have a
ew.
female that I was putting in. I'm doing Clementine.
Hey. Almost made me cry
Clementine,
3 different times in that damn story.
Clementine gonna make you fucking cry.
Let's say it was 3 damn times.
Where was
Yeah.
from
Walking
Telltale Walking Dead.
Walking
I
Dead.
said,
Yeah.
"Don't you dare cry on this fucking game." I had to
I
talk
know,
to
like, I have never been to Telltale games get me so fucking bad for no reason. Like God damn them. And then you go back and you replay them and you change all the decisions just try to get my man Lee to stay alive, and it doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, he's not. He that's canon. He's not.
That's canon. Him dying is a canon.
That's some bullshit. I think if I don't loot the fucking treehouse, then he should live. Butterfly.
Oh
effect.
yeah. I did try to go back and do it. And it was like, nope. Cutting off my arm still didn't do it.
I have replayed that game probably like 20 times minimum.
I think it's been like 3 for me.
I can understand.
All right. So starting off the fucking banger, Clementine versus Goku. Sean.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and chalk this up. Go ahead and give me Goku.
All right. Kenny.
I'm gonna go with Clementine. She didn't damn near sacrifice the earth trying to get a rematch with Cell.
Yeah, and she's not the second best either. She is the best.
Bro, that Cell saga pissed me off more than anything. Best fights, but shit pissed me off how we got there.
All right. Matt.
I'm still stuck on just honestly when you said Clementine, I thought you were picking just a small orange. That's all I think of. So I'm going Goku.
Going Goku. Perfect. Oh, surprise veto.
I knew it was coming. I knew that was.
Oh, I did not explain that to Sean. I get 1 veto per tournament. Sorry.
That's insane.
But it has to, he can't.
I can't do it in the finals though.
That's
And I
so
can't do it in
terrible.
the sweep.
It's so terrible. It gave me hiccups.
Soon as he said that, I was like, "Yep, that's it. It's gonna be."
Yep.
He already knew.
Kenny was like, do it. All right. Isaac Frost versus Kratos. Matt.
Yeah, it's definitely Kratos. He fucking kills gods.
Definitely? Are you really saying do you know the extremes you have to go through to beat Isaac Frost? You have to go 3 whole rounds without being touched by this man. Because he will knock you out.
Do you understand the dynamics?
Don't you understand how ridiculous it is to fight him? Then the very next round, you got to hit him in the body 89
Oh, this
times.
guy. You know, you've mentioned Isaac Frost so many times, and I didn't realize who he was. I just looked it up. Someone totally different, but I know who he is.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. How the links you have to go through to beat this man.
You know those blue gloves. You know those blue gloves.
Yeah,
nothing worse
my
than that.
ass.
He is literally. Imagine they literally combined Randy Orton and Ivan Drago together to make this man. You know how dangerous that is? I just want you to really sit here and think about that. Ivan Drago from Rocky IV and the damn Viper, the legend killer himself, Randy Orton. And this is Randy Orton in his prime. This is right after he shaved his head.
This is when he was kicking old men in the head.
Like, this is who we go. I am going with that man, Isaac Frost. This man's terrifying.
Shawn, tiebreaker?
Kratos.
I knew he wasn't going to win, but I was going to have my argument.
He said,
all that being said, Kratos.
All right, Fat Joe versus Link. Kenny.
Man, that's
Kratos really let Conor McGregor put the hands on. Fat Joe versus Link. Oh, it's definitely Fat Joe. Look, Link ain't been to steel cage with Fat Joe.
That's insane. I don't think he ever will either.
He never will.
Matt?
Fat Joe ain't been out on whatever kind of battlefield you want to talk about with Link. If you put him out there in Super Smash Brothers, he ain't doing shit. Link's taking him out.
He'd be a crazy character in Super Smash Brothers.
It would be.
He'd be a crazy ass character in Super Smash Brothers.
Hey, I'm sure we could find a mod for it.
He'd be banned in all tournaments.
Shawn?
Man, I have such fucking PTSD with Joey Crack.
He's ridiculous. He hit me with 4 straight pedigrees to beat me.
That was like my introduction into Dark Souls. Like that was like I'm gonna give it to Link. But only because I don't want to say his name anymore.
he's like the boogeyman. You don't want to speak his name and give him power.
Yeah, like if I'm at the gates of heaven and they're like, all right, in order to get into heaven, you got to beat Joey Crack on the first try.
Oh.
I'm going to hell.
Oh, shit. I'm like, God, you don't like me, do you?
I'm going to hell. It'd be like heaven population 100. Like it wouldn't have a lot of niggas in there.
Yeah. I must say Fat Joe and Jim Pachi from Tekken. That's the ones I'm like, all right, come on, devil.
That and the little Budokai game in Dragon Ball Z Budokai, the first one where you had to get Raditz in the middle for the
over here. Like,
hey, no, hold up. Okay, so yes, I'm glad you brought that up. That PTSD is insane on that part. I just replayed that part. I just popped in the original Budokai and I've been playing it. That part is so easy.
Man, were we just dumb? Because I remember very much passing the controller back and forth to me and my friends.
Yeah,
trying to get
you don't like. I remember fucking like almost breaking my PS2 controller. Going, I literally used my thumbs, and it was like,
yeah, maybe we were.
It was a very slight.
I just remember the.
Oh no, he's out of the line. Bring him back.
Joe, I got one for you too. All you had to do was follow the train, CJ. You're not getting to heaven if you had to play that mission.
All right. Ezio versus Lara Croft. Kenny.
Lara Croft.
That's a good fight, though. That's a good fight.
That is a good fight. I'm going to triangle titties every time.
He's going to get shot in the titties every time. I'm gonna go with Ezio. I think he gets her on the stealth end of it.
All right, Matt.
My man was out there just climbing up every building and coming down from you from nowhere. I'm going Ezio for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Laura would be like walking down the streets of Italy, and she just hear the, and it'd be a wrap. He just walk up and then keep walking with a crowd of nuns.
And then she was slapping with one of them titties like,
he's like, oh no, the titties.
He really was blending in for no reason. Like
Yeah,
anytime you blend him with him,
he'd
it's like,
be in a
like what?
he'd be in a hood, a white hood with a red thing on it, with a blade on his wrist, but he's hanging out with monks, and everybody's like, "Yeah, that guy belongs."
Every time.
And then you get you get the
good.
crazy armor unlocked, and you're just like,
Oh, yeah.
stick out like a sore thumb, and it's just, like with the Altair armor when it's like all black and
Oh yeah,
or
there's
you
nothing-
feathers and shit.
or
There's
like,
nothing funnier than you're
the
playing a
guy
story
died.
game. When you're playing a story game and you got like some crazy looking outfit on, and you're trying to like blend in with everybody else in the cutscene. You look,
and you're in a
goofy as hell.
cutscene, and you're just like. I also loved like how you like the whole town would be after you in Assassin's Creed, and you just swan dive into a bale of hay like in front of a guard, and they'd just be like, "Oh, what was that?
Yeah, just turn.
What was it? I guess you left anyway." Wasn't that crazy? That guy killed like 7 people as well. Anyway,
That one was just special shout out to Solid Snake here that didn't make the tournament. It always reminded me of that. Just like, huh?
Ooh.
Because
What
this
is
man would be
what is
sitting there
this
and all of a
box
sudden,
doing here?
I'm gonna say random cardboard boxes right there. You're like, all right, all right. That was
I
there
just
before. but
used to hate how Snake used to knock people out when you got him in the guard. Like when you got him in the shoulder and you had to
Snake. Dun 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 dun. Every time. I told you, if it's a stealth game, it's a wrap for me. I can't do it.
I don't have the patience.
Yeah, if it's not a sports game, you fucking uninstall.
True.
All right.
True. Also
Except for
true.
Walking Dead Telltale. Then we got Clementine versus Kratos. Matt.
Again, a fruit versus a god. Pretty easy to me.
A
I'll take
fruit?
the
Fruit.
That's crazy. That's
Your
crazy.
character
to
might
call her
be.
a fruit.
Listen, I'm an ally.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the character is.
Was it? Yeah, I was like, I think she might be LGBT.
Well, she loses.
He said, "Will she lose?"
Kratos
I don't
is
know,
not
man.
an ally.
I searched Clementine, and the first thing I see is a citrus fruit hybrid. So I'm just telling you what I see.
Not a hybrid. I'm also going with Clementine. I know she's losing against Kratos, but I'm still going to show respect to my girl Clementine.
I'm going with Kratos.
God damn it.
Like, you already, we do.
Why couldn't it be Clementine versus Deadpool?
Hey, that's
All right,
crazy.
then we got Link versus Ezio. This is a fucking banger. Shawn.
Ah, damn. Link versus Ezio.
Got a long sword or a short sword?
Yeah,
Not
I
for real.
mean,
Not for real.
I again, I think stealth wise, if Ezio gets the sneak up on Link and backstabs him, that's like 3 hearts right there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it to Ezio.
Kenny.
You know what? Can't nobody play that flute like my boy Link. Whatever instrument he was playing, he was going crazy on that.
I hate all of your reasonings. Can I just say that? I hate all of
I'm
your
going with Link.
I hate that he called it a flute.
Yeah,
Listen, that's how you know I don't play them games. I just see.
I know.
He's
You're like,
that
oh,
young
it's
Western beat.
Nintendo. Ew.
He's a man.
Listen,
Nobody
I
shreds
never
that
had a
guitar like
Nintendo
my
growing up.
man Link.
We was always Sega. We were Team Sega.
The man, my guy Link be fucking up that cello.
It was-
Even on his deathbed, when he had a fucking Nintendo in his hand, he still was playing WWE.
I was. I definitely was.
He's
That's
like,
how I go out.
they were like, what can we do to help you in your last moments of your life? And he's like, get me portable WWE.
I'm gonna say SmackDown versus Raw 2006.
I ain't want to open the new wrestling pack.
I got a stoma.
All right, Matt.
This one's actually hard for me because I actually think these are my 2 favorite individual video game characters. Like especially from just like a first person, like there's a protagonist in it. And I just keep going back to, I know you said it's not them actually fighting, but how else can I make this decision? And if I put them both in Super Smash Brothers, I can only imagine what Ezio's finisher would look like, and he would tear Link apart. I'm going Ezio on this one.
He's not in there. I thought he was in there for some reason.
Mm-mm.
He's not
Not
in there.
in
Solid Snake is.
Yeah, I knew Solid Snake was. That's how you know I don't play Super Smash Bros. I thought he was in there.
Yeah, it's because you're weak at fighting games.
Ah,
All right.
ah.
Hey, I've never seen you win. Kratos. Hey, Shawn, I know you don't know this, but I've watched Kenny play Mortal Kombat for 3 matches. He lost all 3. I have refused to watch him ever since on Twitch so that I can always hold the title of never watching him win a game.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I literally that's when I first hopped back on a long time. I just jumped right online, got beat down. I said, "Well, we're gonna get back into it." And literally after he left, I started winning all my matches, and he was like, "Nah."
He lost 3 in a row, and I was like, "Nah, I'm leaving." And then now every time it gets brought up about how good he is at Mortal Kombat, I'm like, "No, he's not."
Yeah,
I've never seen him win.
That's next level petty, and I love it.
That's very petty.
All right. So then for the finals, we got Kratos versus Ezio. Matt.
I have to be impartial. And in this one, it's Kratos. Like, he's just gonna dominate in every way possible. He has all the powers to it. This man took on gods. He said, "Screw this! I'm gonna take over the gods because that's what I can do." That's a tough thing.
Ezio took on history.
He's a history.
He took on the fucking Pope.
Yeah, so he took on the Pope.
Pope. Okay, congratulations! You took on an 80-year-old elderly man who probably touched him who had in his life.
Hello, he had magical powers and aliens.
He did have aliens.
What the fuck?
Honest to God, though, might have been one of my most disappointing things ever. I cannot stand a storyline that just goes to it was aliens.
Honestly, that was a very big, like, when I was playing Assassin's Creed and I was just like, oh my God, this is so good. This is so good. And then we like got to the part with the Pope. I'm like, I'm going to kill this motherfucker. And then we get down in the basement and it's like, there's aliens. We're like, what the fuck? I thought I was actually like learning stuff.
Huh?
He was like Indiana Jones. You like, oh, it's a good. Nope, it was not alien.
I ended that game with so many questions.
Yes. Yep. 100%.
And then the next game didn't answer anything.
Great.
Yeah. Kenny, go.
Hey, Kratos be fucking.
Hey, Ezio be fucking too.
I was trying to go with the worst reason because just to keep Shawn on the stove. Kratos be fucking.
I'm just gonna say I played that mini game until the orb stopped coming out. So
you stared her up.
Oh my God, I just realized what you were talking about. I was like, what? I forgot about that game. That was ridiculous.
I knew exactly what he was talking about. Yeah, I'm going Kratos.
I'm also go with Kratos because he pulled up to heaven and told his dad to come outside.
Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy work.
All right.
There really were in my research for this, because I tried to do a little bit beforehand. There's actually a lot of videos online with people debating who would win in a fight, like Kratos versus Goku. And I'm sad Joe took that away from us because I was looking forward to that. But for another show.
Goku.
For another show.
All right. So Kratos versus Deadpool. That is the finals for the tournament between the double bracket. So I'm going to start with you, Matt.
Wow.
Zeus.
Wow, this is such a
this is a tough one.
Ares,
the guy who really can't die,
destroy my enemies,
and fell in love with Lady Death against a fucking god.
Kratos would be irritated by Deadpool. Just think about the irritation.
That's where you could get him. You're going to knock him off your game because you have that personality. Like somebody else who would just come into that without like that, I feel like he has no chance. It's almost where I think he could pull it off.
But you also got to think that Kratos killed Hades, so he also can't die because he took Hades' essence.
Here's the thing about here's my main question. Is this soul patch Kratos or is this full beard Kratos?
Full beard.
I'll say soul patch. Soul patch was a
soul patch was stronger.
I think I'm gonna take.
He had the axe and the swords.
He had more weapons, though.
And boy,
he was more detailed. Boy,
I'm gonna go Kratos only because the what was it? X-Men Origins Deadpool exists, so I have to take into account that one still is still there.
All right, Kenny.
Since you said specifically it is full beard, I'm going with Deadpool. If it was soul patch, I would have said Kratos, but it's full beard, so I'm going with Deadpool.
Shawn, tiebreaker.
I don't believe in my spirit that this whole time we've been talking about full beard Kratos. I've been talking about Soul Patch Kratos. I've been talking about bash a man's head with his own arena Kratos. I'm talking about rip a man's soul out of his body with his own weapons Kratos. I'm talking about walk up to Atlas, who's holding the world, and being like, hey, I need your help with Zeus. I'm gonna hold this real quick. Go handle this, and then come back. And then he did it. That's the Kratos I mean, and that Kratos is not. I'm gonna give it to Kratos.
All right.
I think Deadpool will probably fuck him. He be like, you know what? Deadpool
God damn it.
I'm just saying he's a wild card. You don't know what he's gonna come with.
That'd be crazy. That is not the ending I was expecting. But if he does, organic love and
Deadpool don't care, man. He's was it skillet sexual? The skillet sexual? What's some things called? Pansexual, yeah, one of them.
Pansexual? I was like, goddamn, what's
skillet sexual?
Skillet sexual is ridiculous.
I was trying to do it how like my dad would do it. What's some things?
What's some things?
The one to fuck the kitchen utensils. Damn.
What they be cooking the rice with in the back of the Japanese restaurant? A wok section. One of them wok sections.
The Cardi B's.
I tell you, as long as it got some carrot and peas in it, it's all good.
Maybe a stir fry while you had it. Now I'm hungry.
Speaking of LGBTQ, though, we are going to be, because this episode is dropping, Friday. So the day after, Saturday, June 1st, we are going to have a limited edition design that's going to be available for the month of June. That's going to be a Pride shirt, and half the money that is brought in from that merch design that's sold, we are going to be donating to an LGBTQ charity. I don't think we've decided which one yet. I threw out Trevor Project because I've done a lot of June charity fundraisers for them. So I don't know if we're doing that or if we're doing someone else, but just be on the lookout for that design, and it's fire. So that was this week's episode, and now we'll just end it off with our recommendations. So Shawn, we end it with just recommending anything besides your own shit. So I'll go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead with recommending getting a zero gravity chair. I bought a brand new zero gravity chair the other day, and that shit is fucking awesome. They're so much more comfy than they used to be. I bought one like 10 years ago, and the new ones, they're wider for my fat ass. They got the cup holder. They got the phone holder. They got the comic book holder. They got everything you could possibly need. So I recommend getting those. Matt?
I'm going to recommend for those close in the Buffalo area, new Jenny beer, the Mango Peach Kolsch. This thing is fire. I love it. It's delicious. And I usually don't like peach flavors. I love mango, but
I thought that was just
damn good.
Kolsch you were drinking.
No. That's the new one. Mango peach.
Well, I'll have to kick into my alcoholic mood and purchase some. All right. Kenny?
I'm going to recommend an old school game. So I'm going to recommend a game. You said what?
He's like, here we go.
The Super Console X Pro again.
No,
God damn it. If you did that seriously, I would have been so pissed.
I don't know if you've heard of a little game called Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, I'm recommending the game Army of Two. You guys remember that game back in the day?
Oh my god, I love that game.
I was going through the archives. I was like, I need something to play. I was cycling through. I said, oh, Army of Two, the second game. It was so good.
It was very good.
It was so good. So yes, definitely. If you got the time, not doing shit, go back and play Army of Two. The 40th day.
Shawn?
I'm going to recommend a game that I've been playing. We're kind of in a lull when it comes to video game releases right now. There's been a couple things like, Senua Sacrifice and, games like that. But we're kind of dry until next month when the Elden Ring DLC and stuff drops. But I've been playing a little game called Dave the Diver. And in this game, you are a diver named Dave. And you go into the ocean and you catch fish. And not only do you catch the fish, but you also run a sushi restaurant at night. So you have to go through the you have to go in the ocean, catch what you're going to cook for the night, make up a menu, prepare the sushi, then serve the sushi along with stuff like beer and tea. But then also there's a story going on when you're diving where the ocean creatures are getting mutated by biochemical waste that's leaking into it, that's creating genetic monsters like krakens, and also Godzilla shows up. So it's a game that's multifaceted. It'll keep your attention. It's only like $5 right now. Dave the Diver, great little indie gem of a game.
I'm not gonna lie. You had me in the first half. I wasn't ready for the second half.
No, neither was I. When I went down to fucking catch a certain type of squid, and it ran away into a crack, and then there was a giant mutated kraken that it was hiding underneath. Yeah, I was like, oh, it's one of these types of games. And then when Godzilla,
get out of here, Dave.
Yeah, then when Godzilla swam by and made a volcano erupt, and I had to stop the molten lava from killing a village of sea people, I was like, damn, I got to do this all before I open Bancho Sushi tonight, and I got to make sure I got my fish ready. So great game, man.
I love games like that where you like dive in, you're like expecting one thing, and that's just fucking full out of left field, completely different.
And Dave the Diver is that. Give it a shot.
That was me with Goat Simulator. I was not expecting that. So I get to be a goat, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I summoned Satan in Goat Simulator.
Hey, I love me some simulator games. You know me. House Flipping Simulator 2 is coming out. Gonna catch me dropping hundreds of hours on that bad boy.
That is crazy.
I bought fucking Master Roshi's house in the first one, and I customized that shit to be exactly how I'd want it.
Bro, when you said you played Power Washing Simulator, I was like, yeah, this man is going crazy.
Car Mechanic Simulator,
Surgeon
Simulator.
No, you a check. You was working hard.
Oh, they gave me my check.
That's insane.
In game, but I mean they paid me.
Insane.
Lawnmower Simulator.
You know, when I'm playing video games, you know what I want to do? An actual job.
He's actually working.
Hey, the comic book version of that is just called the instructions.
But like literally, like when I play The Sims, it's like, okay, I'm living like actual life, but then it's like, okay, but I get to play the fiddle challenge against the Grim Reaper. Like some out of nowhere it comes up. That was like, oh, I'm actually power watching.
But here's the thing though, like I'm playing Lawnmower Simulator. It's winter. I can't mow my lawn. I don't have a 0-turn lawnmower. I have a normal riding lawnmower. Maybe I wanted to try the 0-turn. I don't have a sidewalk to edge trim, but in the game I can edge trim.
No, Joe, imagine if you had a lawnmower simulator game and it's actually winter. You can't play that game. You gotta wait till it's
I'd be furious. I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad if I couldn't play my fucking. The only one I can't get into.
It turns into a snowblower during the winter.
If they had snowblower simulator. Hey, here's what you want to know. What got me hooked on the simulator games? It was playing fucking bully, and when you had detention, and you had to mow the lawn. That's what started it.
Bully was
a great game.
It was a pretty fun game.
You know that they couldn't call it Bully in the UK, and they called it Scholastic Criminal.
Ew!
I think we're gonna end the episode here. Kenny, drop your plugs.
It's true. Look it up. It's not. I will not be silent.
Scholastic Criminal is crazy
because they couldn't call it Bully.
I'm gonna need to purchase a copy of that.
There's so many other things they could have called it.
Hey, Reginald, would you like to play the nicer PlayStation? What are we going to be playing today? How about a little Scholastic Criminal? Yes.
I have to partake in that game.
Yes, indubitably.
I hate it here. Kenny, what's your plugs?
You can.
God damn it.
Oh man. So you can catch me on all social media at Bad Guy Spoken. Just not Facebook at the moment because he did take my Facebook and my Instagram. So everything else, I got that though.
Oh, so the guy that's been telling me I'm handsome under my pictures isn't you?
It's not me.
That's crazy.
He was making my day. Social media at Bad Guy. You can catch the Bad Guy Spoken podcast.
Dude, I'm just saying you've been getting hacked since John Cena's been standing behind your laptop.
You catch the Bad Guy Spoken podcast on YouTube. You can also catch the football show Unbiased. You see TK throw the little U like this. Same channel. And you can also catch Hood Movie Review. We review all your favorite and not so favorite hood movies. You can also catch Geek in the Sheets, where we talk about everything like nerdy, whether it's anime, Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, anything you can think of, we talk about it. And last but not least, you can also check out Book It, a wrestling podcast. Book It! A wrestling podcast where we talk about all things wrestling, where I'm always right and John's always wrong.
And I draft the best.
Awkward.
All right, Shawn, you got anything you want to plug? TikTok megastar.
I was about to say, follow me on TikTok at Shawn the Don. I talk men's mental health and loving yourself. So if you ever want a little bit of uplifting, I'm always there for you. Also follow me on Facebook at Shawn Marquise. I'm just kind of a rebel rouser there. I like to post a little jokey joke here and there. And then follow me on Instagram at Shawn the Don. I like to look pretty. Appreciate you.
Post a little jokey joke. All right, Matt, your important ones.
Hey, I'm Matt. Hey, but listen,
I thought you were about
TML
to
Bomb
fall.
Squad.
You went back far. You went back
TML Bomb Squad. We got our first dub under me. So we're 2-1. I actually hit a home run that counted. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Oh, I was
Come
so
on.
confused. What the fuck are you talking about?
We're coming around. We're coming around. Softball team's on the rise. Let's go.
Fake baseball. Anyways, you can follow all of our garbage at t13media.com. We'll be having the tournament going this week. It's going to be video game characters against superhero characters. So make sure you tune in. You can vote on the Instagram, the Facebook, and the Twitter and TikTok. Facebook and Facebook and Instagram. You can do stories and on the comments. You can vote on both of those. Get some merch. We have sales coming up, believe it or not. But like I said, that new merch is going to be dropping here in a few days. So I highly recommend, and I would greatly appreciate if you guys purchase some of that so that we could go ahead and get some money over to one of these charities. And that was this week's episode. Case closed.